Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. David here, and welcome back to another Atlus news episode. Today we have two topics to talk about. One which is a rumor, so we'll make that clear in this video. And one which I think you guys will appreciate, which is the end of the year Famitsu article with Atlus developers being interviewed. We talked about that a while back in an Atlus news episode, and here I am recording right before the new year. So if you want to stay up to date on anything in terms of Atlus news, SMT Persona, Megaton, anything, you're at the right place. Make sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and if you like the video, a quick thumbs up is always a big help. Timestamps for Atlus news episodes are in the description down below, and again, if you like the video, a quick thumbs up really helps. Now let's start with this new rumor. So this is a rumor, nothing's confirmed. It's a rumor, and if you're not interested into rumors, you can jump straight into the second topic, talking about the interview from Famitsu. So this new rumor comes from a leaker, insider, industry insider, call them whatever you want to call them, called Special Nick. Sorry for my pronunciation, SHPESHAL, Nick. I did a little bit of research. So what they're claiming here, you can go. We'll go over on Twitter. Look at this rumor. The tweet itself comes from IdleSloth84. Shepelnik is heard that Shin Megami Tensei 3, 4, and 5 could be coming to Xbox. It would be a similar deal with Atlus as the one they did with Persona, which Persona 3 Portable, Golden, and 5 Royal. He also mentions that Atlus are known for their speed development. So I watched a podcast with a content creator that I really like called Jeff Grubb. Very interesting podcast in general. Not sure where he's coming from specifically. I don't know this person. So again, I did some research to try and see if this makes sense, because at first you look at this tweet with SMT 4, 5, and 3 and you're like, it's weird. Those are some very niche titles for Xbox to pay for. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Like Persona, probably one of the biggest JRPG series in the world right now. So if Atlus wants to expand with Japanese players, Persona was a great pick. SMT isn't that small, but it's like if they were paying for like Kuro no Kiseki, for example, right? It's kind of like smaller and stuff, and it feels strange. It really feels strange to me. So, and obviously that's what they're saying, that Microsoft would do some type of deal with Atlus to get these games probably on Game Pass, right? So it's possible, feels strange. To me, if this is real, I can see those games coming to other platforms too now, for sure. 4 and 5, well, 4 and 5 would go to PC and PlayStation, and 4 would go to Switch. That's what I'm thinking, because both Nocturne and 5 are on Switch, others aren't. So that would be a multi-platform thing with Xbox, with the marketing deal and stuff. I'm really on the fence with this rumor, y'all. I'll be totally honest. Again, I did a little bit of research, and seems like their track record is kind of mixed, so that's why I'm reporting on it, because they called some stuff, right? They did, but at the same time, it's like they were wrong on a lot of things. Like they were the ones who leaked Last of Us Part 1 remake on Twitter right before the announcement and stuff. They leaked some God of War Ragnarok stuff as well, mostly Sony first party stuff too, which is strange that they're now claiming to know stuff about Microsoft, but we don't know what their source is. They also claim that Infamous would make a return, so where's that? Nowhere to be found, right? So it's really strange with this leaker in particular. I would take it with a grain of salt. That's a rumor. We talked enough about this, but I still wanted to put it out there because it feels like it could happen, but it still feels strange. Now, tell me in the comment section down below what you think about this rumor. I'm not thinking too much of it, to be perfectly honest. And now, for this second topic, we have to look at the 2023 interview in Famitsu, where they always ask well, first of all, Famitsu is a very popular news outlet in Japan, and every single end of the year they ask and they interview a bunch of developers, Japanese developers around the industry. Atlus is always part of their interviews, or at least they've been for the last few years, right? And this year specifically is interesting. Because we don't know what Atlus is doing in 2023. We know that they're dropping 3 Portable and 4 Golden for Persona. That's in January, but we know nothing else. And that interview is really interesting. So we'll go over to Persona Central article by Reggie. Great stuff there. If you want to check it out, the link as always, is down in the description below. So Atlus 2023 aspirations, change of internal plans for the Persona team, etc. So this is the news. There's 2 Atlus devs that were interviewed this year, which is strange. That would be Shinjiro Takada from First Creative Department, so that is the Shin Megami Tensei team. And then we have Kazuhida Wada, which is, of course, creative producer and chief director of the Persona team. So Persona and SMT. An obvious missing person is Studio Zero. Studio Zero working on Project Refantasy. Katsura Ashino has been was interviewed in, I think they're saying it at the early, every single Famitsu interview he's been talking about Project Refantasy every year in Famitsu. So I was looking forward to Ashino being interviewed this year again, because for the last 3 years, Hashino said in that specific Famitsu interview that we should expect Project Refantasy news the year after. And now he's missing from this article. Should we worry about Project Refantasy? Should we think that it's canceled or something? What's going on? Now, last year he said that the game reached climax in development, which leads me to believe that it's kind of deep in development. So except if there was something like major and they had to cancel the project, I can't really see it. I'm just thinking they're not ready to show it. And Project Refantasy was revealed 6 years ago, you guys. 6 years ago. I was minor back then, okay? Just to give you an idea. It's crazy to think about. I'm not sure what's going to happen for Refantasy, but that is the obvious thing that comes out of this interview to me. Otherwise, we have these 2 interviews to look at, which also gives us interesting info. Takada from the SMT team said that they worked on SMT5, which did really well. They're happy about that. They also said they're taking the critical reception to Soul Hackers 2 very strongly. They're thinking about that, and they're looking at the criticism really closely. And also, from that team, the other director, Mitsuru Hirata, that was also working on Soul Hackers 2, that was in development at First Creative Department alongside SMT5, and another title, undisclosed third title, was being developed at the same time. I did not report on that because it is a gaming studio, y'all. They're always working on games and they're never necessarily ready to show it. So just know that this team, the SMT team, is working on something else. What is it? I'm still thinking it's that next release for SMT5 potentially. Maybe it's some port for the SMT 35th. We don't know, but still interesting stuff nonetheless. Wada had some interesting things to say, which is, again, creative director, chief director, for the Persona team. What's interesting is this part here, what to look for in 2023. For better or worse, we've started to see movement out of a certain period of stagnation. We're observers to see how the entertainment industry will be affected. In Wada's end of the year 2019 interview, he talked about how it had been a tough year, didn't go as planned. This would likely be related to the difficult period of development after Persona 5 was released. Wada sought to retry, and his aspiration for 2021 and 2022 were to carry out the original intentions as well as make it past any obstacles that arise. After the Persona 25th anniversary celebrations, Wada released a statement that made it seem that some things did not go as planned, with plans being altered but with 70% of the original intentions moving forward. It is possible we'll finally understand the meaning of that in 2023. So I think it's really interesting to see what they have to say here. They had issues and they're trying to resolve them. They're trying to move forward at Atlus in 2023. Again, I did a prediction video and I'm planning on bringing back the Demon Appreciation podcast in January to discuss with other Megaton content creators what could happen for Atlus in 2023. I think a lot of things could happen. We've been talking about SMT 35th. Now there's already a rumor for 2023 talking about SMT ports, which we covered earlier on. Just a rumor for now, but obviously we'll learn about some plans going forward. I think once Persona 3 Portable and Golden are out, we're gonna see what's next for Atlus. Like early February, that's when they revealed Soul Hackers 2 last year. I think that's where we're gonna see something. But let me know down in the comment section below, you guys, what you think about this article here and also the rumor that we talked about. Again, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date on any type of Atlus news, make sure to subscribe and ring that little notification bell. Most of you didn't ring the bell, so you never want to miss out. That's where you have to click. Thank you all so much for the support throughout 2022. big plans are coming for the channel in 2023, so I hope you'll look forward to it. Happy New Year if we don't talk before then. We never know. You have a great one, y'all. Bye.